Hi and welcome to Math 32. Purpose of this video is just to go through a few introductory things for the course and go through the course outline. As you're starting the course, a couple of things to get going with right away is you want to get your online textbook. We don't use a paper one anymore. We found a really economical way to use a textbook and use some resources to do homework online. So we're using that. It's called My Labs from Pearson Education. And to access that, you need to get into Canvas. So there's instructions on how to get the textbook in Canvas. So make sure you can get into Canvas. And from there, a lot of these resources are readily available. Okay, so today I'm just going to show you a couple of resources and go through the course outline. To begin with, let's see how you can get into Canvas. And that's the tool that we use to access course homework, course videos, course assessments, lots of things. Okay, so first thing you want to do is go to the college website. And here it is here. If you tap on MyLC, you'll see something called Canvas. You can actually bookmark that site. I don't know if that's a long one, but you can bookmark the site and then you don't have to go to the college site all the time. Okay, and then when you click on Canvas, it'll ask you for your username. I'll just type mine out there. Okay, once you've typed that out, hit next. It'll ask for a password. Type out your password and hit sign in. It'll take you to a spot where it'll show you all your current and previous courses that you've been in. Our course is this 22S2 Math 032. So I'm going to click on there, and that'll take you to the main page. So when you get here, lots of things to look at. Let me make this just a little bit bigger. So lots of things to look at. On the left-hand side, you'll see a number of links that you can use to access things. And then when you click on one of those, this stuff on the right changes. So where I'm at it now is home, but also if you were to tap on modules, let me just do that, it gives you the same thing. All the modules have sections to them. I guess they are called modules. But if I tap on the top of it, like this course information, if I tap on the top of that, it shrinks it. And there's module 1 shrinked. You see all the other ones are all shrinked. To open them, you just tap on them and it opens up. So I'd encourage you to go through the Read Me First document, the course outline. You can go through that. This video will include that. And also there's your first assignment to introduce yourself. You can post a little introduction of yourself. Here's the place where you can get the online textbook and instructions on how to do that. There's lots of other things here in Canvas, other resources that you can use to find things. All the notes I do in class, I post here, so where it says class notes, right there. If you want to arrange for an office hour, we can do that in my office here, or we can do office hours by Zoom. Also, if students ask me to send them or ask me how to do a question outside of class, typically I record a video and I post that video on YouTube. So there's a link to all those videos that are there. Those are the ones called the student help videos. The one above that are the videos that are for the course. I'll show you more of that stuff later. And there's some other introductory course information there. Each module is contained of videos. So there's a video that you'll watch before you come to class, and then there's a video quiz. So that one's a video quiz. You'll do that quiz, and it's based on the video. And do that stuff before you come to class. Then during class, I'll give you a little bit of an overview of the content for the day, and then you'll do a homework based on that. And that homework, here's a link to the homework right there, but you can also get to this the same homework through something called My Lab and Mastering. It's a link to the same spot. So whichever way works best for you to access it is fine. So you do homework, and typically it's 10 questions that you have to do there. You can do the homework as many times as you want, and I'd encourage you to do it as often as you can until you get 10 out of 10 on it. For every homework, I have created a video that goes through similar questions and how you would do them. So there's a video there. And then after you've done the homework, finally there's a quiz based on that homework. Okay, and typically it's 5 questions. If you want extra practice, I do have some extra practice questions at the end. Each content or each outcome chapter, if you want to call it that, has the same kind of thing. Watch a video, do a video quiz. Try some homework questions, and then do a quiz based on that, just to see how you're doing. So each of the modules do that kind of thing. I guess at the end of each of the modules, I also have, there's lots of stuff right in there. I have some old exams posted, so if you want to know what kind of exams I give, you can see them there. Okay, other thing I wanted to show you within Canvas is on the side here, you've got a spot where you can see your grades. You can also see all these same assignments. So if you click on assignments over here, well, it's not clicking for me. If you click on assignments there, let me try it again. Oh, there it worked. You can see all the different assignments that you'll have. This will include all the homework, the video quizzes, and exams. But the other thing I wanted to show you is just to the left of that, over here, oh, right there, there's a calendar. And right below it, there's an email box. You can email me if you'd like. Anyway, if you go to the calendar, it'll show you what we're doing each day during the semester. I'll just let it come up here. There we go. Okay, so we start on May 4th, where that arrow is pointing, and it shows you what things we're doing that day. So you should watch a video, and then you should do a video quiz, then do the homework, and then do the quiz. They're not really in the right order there, but at any rate, you can look at the calendar here, and it'll show you what we're doing for each day of the semester. Okay? So if you have to miss for some reason, or if you're wondering which video you should be watching for that day, you can come here and it'll show you. Notice that the first exam is fairly quick. It's after a week and a half, and it's on the review sections that we'll have gone through. So on May 13th, we'll be having an exam. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to show you from within Canvas. If you do have any questions at all on any of this, feel free to contact me at any time. Okay, let's go through the course outline. I want to just mention a couple things here. First off, I guess, is here's my name, my office number, how you can email me. But I've also given you my cell phone here. So if at any time you need to phone me, typically people don't phone me, but you can if you want. But typically people text me. So if you have any questions at all about the course, about the content or how things are going, or if you're going to be away and you want to let me know or something like that, feel free to contact me any way that you'd like there. Texting is what most students do. Okay, so text me there. Our class is in Andrews 2739, Monday through Friday, and we start at 1 each day. Monday to Thursday, we go a little bit longer. Friday, we only go an hour and 50. In terms of what we'll do during class, the delivery method might be slightly different than you've had in other classes. I use something called a flipped class. I've taught for lots of years, and I found that this is my favorite method so far. And it's where you watch a video before you come to class. So you get the content before you come to class. Then when you come to class, I'll do an overview of that, but I'm not going to talk for the whole 3 hours or 2 hours or however long we go. I won't talk that long. I'll go for maybe half an hour. And then after that, you have time during class, and typically it's ample time for you to complete the homework for that particular day. So before coming to class, you watch a video, do the video quiz. Come to class, listen to my thing at the start, and then during class you do your homework. Okay, so you're not doing your homework at home where you have nobody to help you. You're doing your homework while I'm there, and I can give you a hand. It works really, really well. Some students actually watch the video, do the video quiz, and they complete their homework before they come to class. And they might only have 1 or 2 questions, And if that's all you have and you come to class, you listen to my thing at the front, you ask your 1 or 2 questions. Once you're comfortable with that content, you don't have to stay the whole time. I found that students who have that kind of model, who take control of their learning, who by the end of that class, and maybe it's at 3:20 when class is done, but maybe it's at 3 o'clock or 2:30, but when they have watched the video, done the video quiz, done all the homework, done the cumulative quiz or the summative quiz for the concept, if they have all that done before they leave class, those students are the ones that are most successful in the class. Okay, so that's how we'll run the class. The class itself, the content is similar to Math 30-2 in the high school. I think we're 80% compatible, close to that anyway, but you get credit for it. So if you go into nursing or something, they take this as the same as Math 30-2. And so these are the outcomes here that we go through, and they're very similar to Math 30-2. In terms of evaluating you, here's how you'll be evaluated. So the homework, that stuff in My Labs, I called it that online textbook, that one's worth 7.5%. All the online quizzes, including the video quizzes, are worth 7.5%. And then you get 4 module exams, each of them worth 15%. And finally, you get a final exam that's worth 25%. There's another assignment here that I am contemplating putting in with the assignment, and it is an independent project where you find a pattern somewhere, and you get some data from that project, from that pattern. So you get some data from the pattern, and then you try and make that a function. And I'll explain it all in class, but it's sort of thing I've been working on. Anyway, it's a useful thing because you can see patterns anywhere, whether they're linear pattern or quadratic or periodic. You see some patterns, and then you get the data and use that data to come up with a function for it. Anyway, that'll be part of this assignment thing. Okay, in terms of due dates for these, the exams will happen on these days. So these days are when the exams happen. If you are going to be away for one of those days, let me know, and you can write the exam before those days, but you can't write it after. So you can't write, if you come to me and say, hey, I'm sick on the 13th, I can't come to the exam, sorry, you get a 0. That's just the way it is. However, and where I might have this on the next page, so you get a 0 if you're not there on that exam day. But when you write the final exam, you can make up 2 of your unit exams. And so say you missed this exam here, May 27th, and I give you a 0, and you're a little sad, but then you remember, oh, that's okay, I can make that up. So on the final exam will be made in 4 parts, and this is on Unit 2. And say on this part of the final exam, maybe you come up with a 90% on that section. Then I go back and I get rid of the 0, and that becomes a 90%. And I'll do that for 2 of your exams. Also, if you are there for every one of your exams, the same rule applies. So say if you get a 40 on this one during the semester, but then on this one you get a 90, then I'll get rid of that and put a 90 in there too. So even if you attend all of your exams, you can still make up any one of them when you write the final exam. In terms of the assignments, the My Labs, and some of the online quizzes, so the video quizzes, you only get 1 shot at those. But all the other quizzes, the regular ones, they're unlimited. So you can write the homework and you can write these other quizzes as many times as you want. I'm wanting you to get a 10 out of 10 or whatever they're out of. So I want you to get that. If you keep getting 4 out of 5 or 9 out of 10 or something, let me know and say, Jeff, I keep having problems with this question. Can you help me? And I'll come in and help you, and just so you can get your 10 out of 10 on those. The exams, like I say, you get the one shot, but you can make stuff up on the final exam. In terms of getting help, of course, you can't get any help when you're writing exams, but getting help from me or friends or from whomever to help you on the homework and on the video quizzes and the regular quizzes. Get as much help from your classmates or whomever you want for that. Okay, here was where I said the thing about the final exam. Whoops. Here's your grading scheme. So if you want to get an A plus, make sure you're over 95. If you want to fail, make sure you're under the 50. Hopefully you're not in that part. Just a little thing about attendance down here at the bottom. I have had students be successful in my class where they only show up for exams. So they watch the videos, they can do all the online quizzes and the assignments, they can do all that stuff at home, and they just show up for exams. I have had some students be successful that way, but I'd caution you to in doing that. Typically, students are more successful when they're engaged with an instructor and other students around, and just having that responsibility and motivation to get to class and be ready and be available to learn, it seems to help most students. If you are a student that seems to work real well on your own and you've got other commitments, this course is set up that you can do it largely on your own. You do have to show up for exams, but you can largely do things online, and I'm there to support you if you need me. I'd caution you though on that lots of students start off thinking, oh, I can do that, that'll be easy, I can just do this at night when I got some time, but you get behind and pretty quick it becomes overwhelming. So having that motivation and structure to come to class really helps some students. Okay, course expectations: come to class on time, come prepared to participate and do a whole lot of math. I think you'll do more math in this class than probably you've done in lots of other math classes. In terms of required text, things that you need to have access to Canvas, and you need to buy your textbook with that My Math Lab. So you need to have that. And then you also need to have either decimals or a graphing calculator. These ones, if you buy new, they're like $150 or something like that. Decimals is a free app that you can use on your phone. I do allow students to use decimals in the whole course, including exams. There is a test mode. We can talk more about this in class. There's a test mode version app that you can download where it locks your phone while you're in an exam, and so you can't phone a friend or text anybody or look something up. You're locked into decimals for the exam time. So there is that. Students have really found, and I've really found, decimals as a useful learning tool for this particular course. Okay, in terms of other student resources, I've got Canvas. We've already talked about the college email. That's where your official emails from registration and stuff get sent. We do have a library. Math students typically don't spend a whole lot of time researching things, although with your pattern thing you might. We have a learning cafe. Summer hours are a little bit smaller, but they do have some support there so you can access them. If you're a student that requires additional supports in a course, we do have accessibility services. If you think that applies to you, you can contact them. You just look them up on the website, or you can ask me and I can get you in touch with them. So if that applies, you can, accessibility services, let me know. We also have a counseling services area, and I think they're transitioning at the time. But if you, when you come back to school and you've got family and work and school and everything's thrown into one, there can be some pressures and demands on your patience and time. Anyway, we have some counseling services, so if you think that you're in need of those, we have those services available, and I think they've been excellent and a great support for lots of students and faculty, actually. We have an academic advising area. You've probably already selected where you want your career to go. but we do have some places that can help you decide on good options, but also what you need to do to get to those options. We've got excellent people on staff here at the college that can help you with that. Okay, other institutional policies and practices. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here. Maybe just this part here, rights, road, code of conduct. I don't have lots of problems in math class with people cheating, because I don't want you to cheat, but I like it when you get help doing your math. Sometimes you just need one person to say one thing and suddenly the light goes on and away you go. So I like getting you help. That's not cheating when you're asking for help when you're doing assignments and quizzes. Of course, during exams, it's another matter. I want to know what you know up to that point. So don't cheat in exams. But when you're working on assignments and homework and online quizzes, if you have any questions, ask me, ask anybody to get some help with that. I want you to get 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5 or whatever on all of those homeworks and quizzes. Recording the classes, feel free to record class when you're in class. I typically Zoom all the classes. They get recorded anyway, so you can use that recording or you can use your own recording. Okay, I think that is all that I wanted to say about the course outline. I've already shown you my math lab. This is just another way of seeing it from the My Math Lab area where you go through your different assignments. At any rate, hopefully this gives you a good introduction of what we're going to be doing in class this semester. If you do have any questions at all, feel free to text me anytime, 382-1849 with a 403 in front. Be happy to help you.